Right, here we go. So this is my third week of October. Just climbing into the car. Third week of October, and yeah, we're all loaded up. See, rods, rucksack, bucket in the back, chesties, chair in there as well. To try and catch one of those immaculate. Well, it's almost like immaculate conception catching a cod down the Chesil, but there you go. We're going to try, because a few boys have been getting them in the rough. Wind speeds will be about 25 to 30 miles an hour today, southwesterly. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's doable. So I'm going to go now, and it's 10 to 1. Get down there for about, I don't know, get on the beach by about 3:30, fishing low water, and then up. High water's about 7:30. Sorry, fishing, idiot now. Fishing up to high water 7:30, 8 o'clock. So yeah, tide will be on its way in when we get down there. Yeah. Hang on. Let's put you in the stand. Let's get going. See how long the tripod stays up for. That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? Yeah. Christ. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good girls. Right. I've got about 30 odd blow lug, 30 frozen blacks, and a pack of Sam's Dirty Squid, which got about 12 squids in there, so, or squidlies. So yeah, you know, I didn't bother with mackerel. It's falling over already. I didn't bother with mackerel or stuff like that, or sand eel or bluey, because I'm just going to go after the dirty water fish, which is the pout, big pout. There aren't codling, whiting, dogs. Yeah, you know. Wait, this car coming. Bloody hot. I tell you what, it's 19.5 degrees in this little storm that we've got blowing. So I know I should be sweating my guts out walking down past the Dragon's Teeth, but it's got to be done. At the M3/M27 junction, so I will have to get off on the Salisbury junction and cut on the B3090, I think, or something like that, A3090, cuts all the way through to what's the name of the bloody place? Well, anyway, eventually it takes me out to Winchester, cuts across to Winchester, and then I can get back on the M3. Yes, doing a match. Did a match with the Guildford Club last Saturday night, and that was all right, down at Pagham Yacht Club on the beach there at Pagham. A few whiting and dogs about, no codling, shame. Bloody lost. When I packed up in such a hurry to get back to hand in my scores. I left 2 things on the beach. I left a bloody 6-ounce breakaway impact lead, and which I found anyway. I never bought it. I pulled it in from the bottom, and it's gone back to the sea again. And I didn't crack it off. I just left it on the bloody beach. And my shingle bag, which I hang underneath my rod stand. When I collapsed the rod stand, I placed it down on the beach, and then I bloody left it there. It's a net bag. It's like a yeah, like a strong net bag. So you put a shingle in. It could be like an onion bag or anything like that, or anything you get like kindling in or anything like that. Pretty, of course, if it rains, the water drains through. If you put a solid bag there and it started raining, you end up bloody bending the rods down with the weight of the water and the shingle. So it's important that it's got to be a net, a mesh bag, to drain the water out. And I was so miffed about that. I went down to dig some bait yesterday, and I was toying with the idea of going along the Pagham and trying to find it. Now, how stupid is that? With all these winds, I'm going to go and try and find a little net bag on the beach. Idiot Neil. Anyway, so I got myself another one out of my a spare one I've got. Yeah, silly things like that happen when you're in a rush. But that's match fishing. This is a pleasure trip. We'll see how pleasurable it's going to be with these winds. But the sun is out. Wave height prediction through right up to high water is going to be about between 2 and 2.5 meters. But after high water, it gets worse. But then, of course, the tide drops down. The tide's going out then, so it's not so difficult to fish. Down the A303 junction now, about 35 minutes, 36 minutes into the journey. Traffic's good. Traffic is good. That's what I love about the old motorways, you had the hard shoulder, you see. I just don't like the smart motorways with no hard shoulder. They are dangerous. I just don't like the idea of breaking down in that inside lane, and the next thing, someone, God knows, it could be the early hours of the morning, and then someone just comes on, ploughs into the back of you. The idea, I've seen people broken down between the little safety lay-bys, and they're on like a big sweeping curve on the motorway in the daytime, and they're out on the back of their cars there, and I've seen lorries braking hard because, of course, what's happened is the lorries were in the inside lane after they passed underneath one of those overhead gantry things, so they didn't see a red cross because they were already ahead of the gantry, and of course then the gantries put up red crosses to stop you from using that lane, but of course it's too late for the vehicles already in that lane. And I think to myself, my God, that car's going to get wiped out. Crap again. But yeah, I feel I'm right about smart motorways. I just wouldn't want to be broken down the inside lane. I really wish motorways could have been left with a hard shoulder. We're on a 2-lane motorway now. This is a little M3 section that goes down past the A34 junction before we go back, get back to Winchester bit where it opens up. But yeah. How things are. Right. Well, anyway, be about another hour or so, I suppose. An hour and a half, I suppose. We're down to Ferndown, Canford Bottom there. The lights on. So there's also another road closure on the way home tonight as well, just back there, the Ringwood section, but Ferndown, I think, Wimborne, whatever it is, that section there is closed. Don't know what the diversion is. I guess it will take you somewhere back towards, I don't know, you're going to have to go around some way to get back from Poole to Bournemouth, I suppose, and back on. I don't know what the diversion is. So there's going to be 2 diversions. There'll be that tonight, and then there'll be the diversion from the M27 because you can't go from the M3. So my original plan is scuppered, but I've got a backup plan, a third plan, so to speak. I will take the Blandford Road, go to Salisbury, cut back down as I go back down to the M27, or decide to stay on that and pick up the 303 and then the M3 and then home. That's probably my best bet, is Blandford, Salisbury, 303, Andover, and then M3 and back home. So one thing I've noticed about being able to go fishing during the weekdays as opposed to having to wait till the weekend. Great Wall of China, we used to call this, on our way through to Beer Regis. Dorchester bypass. There we go. And then next stop will be the mighty Chesil. Yeah. On our way to cut through to Abbotsbury. So we come off the A35 now, just at the back of Dorchester, and we're coming on the lanes now. Abbotsbury. Yeah, I'm having a little scenic drive through the village. So this is the back way in to Abbotsbury from Dorchester. It's the way I always use. And yeah, lovely little village. Old Abbotsbury Bait and Tackle apparently is closed in September now, back in September I think. It's a shame, they were handy, really handy. The only tackle shots we've got now down here, down at this end of the journey, would be to have to go into Weymouth, I believe, and go to either Weymouth Angling Centre or Chesil Bait and Tackle, which is it'd be handy if you're going down the ferry bridge, because that is on your left hand side as you go down to the causeway. But other than that, on my journey, it's now Poindexter to Southampton, which is about 10-15 minutes off the beaten track. All of this is Purbeck stone, apparently. Very nice. It's like Dorset's version of the Cotswolds. It's so nice. I love Dorset. I love the countryside down here. And I absolutely love Chesil Beach. Absolutely love it. Anyway, right, let's get to the car park. Well, it's rough. We're in the car park. Just going to reposition the car now. I've got my ticket. There's my ticket. £8 for 24 hours. That's not so bad. £7 for was it up to 8 hours or up to 7 hours? So I'm going to try and stick it as long as I can. Really, I want to go into fish the high tide into darkness. Been over the top already, and yeah, it's blowing about 25 miles an hour thereabouts, practically in your face. So sort of, well, diagonally right to left, southwesterly. So yeah, let's tuck ourselves down the corner of the car park and let's get suited and booted. The journey, well, 2¼ hours. Got here at just gone 10 past, so yeah, about 2¼ hours to get down here, which was a nice run, even though there's a lot of traffic. Traffic's moving fast, so that's good. Right, get suited and booted. Here we go. Start of the route march. Just look at the car park there. Retrieve the asparagus, wild asparagus, and onwards and upwards. One of the harder bits, all the top shingle, then we pick up a little hard crack that takes us practically to within 100 yards of the dragon teeth, and then we go up and over. So this track, path, is pretty hard up here, and then it goes down to the rushes.
starts about 100 yards, 150 yards back there, and keeps on going along past the sign up to the pillbox up there. And there's a diagonal track where you see everyone walks to get up to the top, and then in the very distance there, you see it. Very distance, the Dragon's Teeth, past the pillbox, down in front of Dragon's Teeth, and then about another 300-400 yards or so, something like that. Right, let's crack on.
Shelter here, I've got more wind. If I go down the bottom, it's a bit better, but at high tide, I expect there'll be some waves washing. So, I can see. Right, oh dear. Come on, zoom. So, BB set up, tripod set up, got here, little mesh set. Got out well buried. I'm on second shelf up, drops away, got 2 metre drop down to the next shelf, another 2 metre down to the water. High tide, I get wash coming up to here. I'm up here. Right, first rig is going to be my pulley pennel. It's got about a 2.5 foot hook trace on there. It's hard to show it in these conditions, but yeah. I'm keeping the rods down on the beach whilst I assemble them, because if I put them up on the back of here, if they blow over, I've already broken a ring. I daren't have the rods up high when I'm assembling them in these conditions, because they'll only just fall and break the rings. There you go, that's the way it is. Just get baited up and get one out. Believe it or not, I'm going to start on a 5 ounce or 150 gram. Only because I can hit it harder. We'll see how far that goes. Oh dear. Anyway, all to make a film. It's all to show the reality of it, you know. Yeah. See you in a bit. Right. So. No, it doesn't look very streamlined, but when it's all clipped up, it will be streamlined. So that's squid wrapped around frozen black. There we go. So yeah, I've got some blow lug there and frozen black squid. I've also got some bloody rag, but don't think I'll try that today.
I might save that. Take a little bit of water home and save that. Yeah. Use that in the week or something like that. It's only a little bit, £1/4 a rag. So you don't know. Where the trough is, so yeah, 2 rods of fishing in these mental conditions. And there they are in all their splendour. Got them jacked up. Right, let's go and check the lines in the water, see how they're doing. It's alright, should be alright. Might be a bit pissed, but that's the way it is for the day. Yeah, so yeah, the reality. This is it. Rough sea fishing. Give the rods till 5 to 5, they'd have been out 10 minutes then. See what's happened to the rig, see how much weed there is, get an idea of what it's going to be like the rest of the session. And now I've got this is really buried in. Yeah, and it's now raining outside. Well, one of the boxes are turned over. There we go. The worst thing is it's getting buried. It's getting buried all the time. Now that's the worst thing, because that's how you lose your gear. In fact, I better sort it out. Well, I've got to say, so far I've been buried. One rod got buried, lost that gear. Gone down to one rod now, get the other one on one side. Just got to keep plugging away. It doesn't. Can't say for sure if it's got any worse. I just think the rain's come in, that's all, and it makes it sound worse. So yeah, just keep plugging away. Just keep the bait out in the waters, and that's all right. I've been holding that rod for about 5-10 minutes. You know, you've got the clothing to do it, so you can stand out there. You can come back to your base to keep everything kind of organised and bait up from here, eat here. You can go out there and fish. And if you need to hold the rod, then hold it. It's vicious. It's pretty vicious, but it's not disastrous. It's not disastrous. I think after high water,
and the tide starts going out, and there might be a chance of getting something. I hope. Sorry for the camera. Believe it or not, I've got the kettle on. Amazingly enough. Oh, I'm going to have to pull that in, I think. I'll put some weed on it. Been out for 25 minutes actually. I've kept the bait out for 25 minutes. Amazing. Right, cup of tea. I should have done it like that, shouldn't I? I think. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, this is mental. But I've got a cup of tea. Amazing. There we go. I remember old Alan Ford used to say, when he used to come down fishing with his father in the early 80s, he'd make a cup of tea on the beach, and then within minutes it's lukewarm. And Alan's dad would call it, it's a bit Chesley, which means it's not very hot. But this mug here, yeah. Yeah, so this mug here, that keeps it nice and hot. Listen to that rain, mate, I tell you. Yep. Yeah, so king size pot noodle, beef and tomato. It's my dinner for tonight. I think I'll have another couple of casts then, and then I'm probably coming up to high water now. So we're probably going to be. See if I can get that bit right. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, coming up to high water in about. Oh, I've got about another 50 minutes yet. Wow. And the waves are crashing now. The surf is actually running up over the lower shelf now. Occasionally, not every time, occasionally. It's not going to get up here. It's just I wish this rain would die down. You know, just give me a bit of a fighting chance. Getting the bait out, I can get it out about 50, 60. I think in the last cast went nearly 70 yards. And this is 70 yards behind where the waves are breaking. So from where I'm casting from that shell, that's still a 90-yard chuck into this 30-mile-per-hour wind. It's not bad. At least on the last cast I managed to hold the spool a bit better. So yeah. Anyway, onwards and upwards. And there you have it, 8:02. I'm back in the car. That just was mental. That's epic mental. And yeah, because the back of the shelter got so much wind pressure on it, it was hard to push into it. I couldn't. It's like someone turning on a shower and aiming it straight at your face. So you can't even see to cast because of that. If it was daylight, yeah, fair enough. But after dark, because the cat lamp, the head torch, the light shines into that rain hitting your face, and it's just like a load of bright sparks coming towards your face. You can't see anything. Oh no. So I bought some seawater home. I'm going to look after the worms. I'm going to try and get out probably Sunday evening. It's Tuesday today. Christ. Yeah, this rough weather setting until the weekend. Don't even know really whether I might be able to come out, if I get permission to come out on the weekend or not. Don't think so, but I'll find out. I'm going to try and look after the worms in my fridge at home for the next few days anyway. Right, so that's it for tonight. Sorry, blankety blank, checkbook and pen. I've got to make a move and I might even beat these road closures if I'm quick. So yeah, I'll see you all next time. But if you kind of like this video and the other videos I've done, please click like and subscribe. I'd like to get to know the other anglers who appreciate why you go and fish in mentally rough conditions. It is the challenge, it just, I think it just makes you a better angler. You know, I know most of it's up here, but I'm pretty sure that yeah, it makes all the other fishing quite easy. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll try and get another film in before the end of the year. Ciao for now.